Hello. So I'm going to a friend's so long 20s birthday party, and so she's turning 30. I'm very tired. I had a double, but I said, Karen, if you ever want to meet someone, not at work, you need to go out. I'm gonna take these off because there's a glare. You need to go out, and the only way you're going to meet new people, or men, to potentially date, you have to go out. Granted, we're going to Disney Springs, so it's still Disney-esque, but it's going out on a Saturday night, which I don't do. So I'm nervous. But I actually, once again, have taken a slight break from vlogging just because I've kind of been going through it, y'all. So I'd found out that the guy that I had a crush on at work is actually talking to a girl already. He's involved, and I don't know why, but I took it like rejection, like I was rejected. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's talking to her, whether they're official or not, he's unavailable. And I really took it to heart. It was like I told him I liked him and he said, I'm not interested. Like, that was just how I felt. And oh my God, like crying, just going through it. And everybody was, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. Like, and I knew it was silly. I knew it was ridiculous, and I knew that I shouldn't feel this way. And one thing I told myself was, one, he doesn't even know that you have this crush. Two, you don't claim anything of him. You don't claim his heart. You don't have any right to where he's feeling and what he's feeling. And it's also like, it's a new little crush. You barely know the guy, so calm down. Cry, do what you feel you need to do at this point in time, but calm your nerves, relax, chill, relax. It's not that deep. And after, like, by the end of that day, I felt much better. And now I'm kind of like, okay. And I think honestly what happened was, you know, I dropped some weight and everyone keeps saying, you look great, you look great, you look great. And I started to believe it. And then in the romance department, I thought, well, I'm not as big as I was now, so maybe a guy might actually like me. And then to find out he's unavailable, which that's usually what ends up happening. Either I like a guy and he's uninterested, or I like a guy and he's not available. And uninterested. So it's that same sick cycle for me. And I think that was what was affecting me, was you are still this fat girl. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way I kind of felt about it, was you were feeling yourself, but the same thing happened that always happened. So that kind of really, it definitely took a beating to me mentally and emotionally. And I did cheat, and I ordered pizza. Well, Papa John's cheese sticks. And I had 2 of them. And it was the most disgusting thing. Not that they were bad, it just didn't feel good. It, like, eating it, I felt gross. And I did not eat the rest of them. I wasted money, but I also, I think that was good for me. It was good for me to, you know, break down, get the food that I wanted, and then realized I repel this food. It's appalling to me. Because then that made me go through another tactic of healing. It made me go through another way of figuring things out. And you all have seen, I think this is going to be the 3rd time now that I've discussed, you know, how I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do and all that. And I think that it's growing pains. It's all growing pains. This is how I become, as I say, be the woman you want to be tomorrow, today. this is how I become that woman, by going through these trials and errors and, you know, not bogging myself down because I've screwed up. I mean, if that were the case, then everybody would be walking around neurotic as hell, because we all screw up. And I'm not, you know, I'm not mad at myself for doing it. Of course, you know, having my pouch, having that aid with me, it made me repel that food. And I literally, no. What I then did was, and it sounds silly and like, duh, but I just thought. I just sat down and actually embraced my thoughts and feelings, and, you know, asked myself questions and answered those questions, you know, and really looked at things objectively, to where I came to a point of healing. And, you know, food is not going to solve any. It's uncharted. That was a text message. It's my text tone. But yeah, so food is not the answer. I'm not even going to say exercise is the answer. The answer to when I am upset, or when I'm facing that stage of self-sabotage, the answer to it is reflection. I need to reflect on how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, what's going on. And then, I mean, honestly, I feel like most of the time we know what's good for us and what's bad for us. We know this is how I should feel about this situation. This is how I should react to this situation. And I think that a lot of the times we allow ourselves to do what's wrong because sometimes you just want to be, you know, want to do what's wrong. And I'm like rambling, but I'm doing that now. Everything I'm telling you I'm doing it now as I speak, because I am still, it's an everyday thing. This is a lifelong change. It's a lifestyle change. And I am admitting the fact that I am not superhuman, and I can't simply stop thinking, feeling, and acting in this damaging way overnight. Even leading up to surgery, having surgery, it's not going to happen overnight. Every single day is a fight. It is a fight to be a normal human being. It's a fight to be you. It's a fight to be just like you. Watching this, skipping through it, whatever. But I have never felt like a normal person. I have never felt like I was treated like a normal person because I was overweight. And now to have to place yourself in society, and place yourself in a society that finds you appalling because of your weight. I've always said, there's nothing worse in this country than being fat, black, and a woman. And I mean that. I think it's just horrible. Which is a sadness. It's a great sadness, because I think that black women are absolutely beautiful. I think that to judge me because of my weight, to decide that I am friend zoned because I'm fat, or you don't want to deal with what comes with being with a fat girl, it's sickening to me. I've said this before too, but everyone has a story. Every person who is overweight has a story. And I think that if you all out there, you average sized people, heard those stories, you would understand, accept, and empathize. I mean, you would just empathize with those situations. Most of the times you all haven't gone through what we've gone through. You know, what I've gone through. I still can't say what I've gone through because there are people in my family that don't want to know. And so, you know, to me, that's okay. Well, I'm really alone in this. And it just, it's sad when you have to think to yourself, you know, I'm 28 now, and I keep thinking, all I want to do is get married and have a family, have children, be a mom, still work, obviously, duh, that comes with it. But I want that more than anything. And what my weight has done has made me so closed off, so shy, so introverted that I get scared when somebody hugs me from behind. Because at some point, the eating or lack of eating caused me to decide that I don't deserve to be loved, to be touched, to be noticed. And it's to that point where if anybody does try to hug me, I get scared. Or the thought of being so intimate with someone, I don't understand how people can throw intercourse away and like it's nothing. I am truly a hopeless romantic. I grew up reading and watching romance novels. And to think that people just throw away such a precious connection, it just baffles me. And to think that even though I could meet a guy and we get along so well. Okay. To know that we get along so well and everything he says he wants in a woman, I am to him and for him, but he can't look past the fact that I'm overweight. I mean, oftentimes I think, how have I already met the love of my life and he just wasn't, the timing wasn't right because I'm overweight? I guess I just have this question to ask you, average size. I guess I just have to ask, you know, average size people this question. What is it about me that you find so disgusting and vile? Why am I so ugly to you? But the skinny girl in the corner who can't keep a house clean, who lacks decent personal hygiene, who is manipulative, and who doesn't truly care about you, just wants to have sex, why do you want to take her home to meet your family? Why am I such an embarrassment? Why do I have to go under the knife or starve myself or eat myself into oblivion to be invisible because you find me being 30 or 40 pounds overweight disgusting? To the point where now I'm, you know, 80 pounds or 100 pounds or 150 pounds or 600 pounds overweight. And now I'm a spectacle to you. And I don't want to put hate towards average sized people, but you all are responsible for a lot of the pain that we go through. And I've always dreamt that even as a chunky little child, the man that I fall in love with knows me when I'm bigger and loves me as a bigger girl and can share in the triumph and journey of me becoming average sized, becoming the woman that I feel like I've always been on the inside. Because then I'll know it's real. I'll know that he actually sees me and doesn't care about what size X I wear, 2X, 3X, 1X. He's not concerned with that. And to me, that also means that he's a real man. I mean, my God, I just don't understand why that's so important. I really don't. I mean, sure, I think you should be attracted to someone, but you all have blocked yourselves from some of the most amazing people you will ever meet simply because they're bigger. I pity you. I really do pity your way of thinking because it's barbaric and it's stupid. You're gonna date some girl who's caked up and isn't even real with herself because she looks cute in a dress. It just doesn't make sense to me. But then at the same time, am I losing weight and trying to enter that world of fake? That world of superficial? Do I want to be a part of that world? And I go back to reminding myself that no, you're doing this because you want to live. I want to be the woman that 4-year-old Karen dreamt she'd be. I want to be the woman whose children absolutely adore her. They think she's confident, beautiful, smart, strong, and perfect. And I just can't imagine that if I were to have a child now, that they would see those things in me. But where's the line between trying to fit into society and trying to meet your own standards? Because there are beautiful plus-sized women and men out there that are happy the way they are, but they have to deal with the looks and the stares and the whispers and the rejection. I don't know. I don't want to say that average sized people's, that their way of thinking disgusts me, but it does. There are already so many things that we have to deal with. And the fact that, there's nothing worse than being fat in this country, it's a great sadness. It really is. But anyway, I've been talking for too long. I also feel like I'm only so bold because I can't really see because I don't have my glasses on. But, oh, hello. I'm super excited. I think it's going to be a fun time. I'm being brave because, I feel like I'm a big girl. I'm not attractive. I shouldn't go out. Why go out and have a good time? You're not going to look cute. You're going to look ridiculous. No one's going to be interested in you. These are the things that I tell myself. And these are the reasons why I don't go out. But I'm trying to put that aside. Gastric bypass and all. And I'm trying to live. Those were actually some of the last few things my father said. Before he actually had gastric bypass. He said that to my grandmother. She said, "Why are you doing this surgery? Why are you going through all this?" And he said, "Because I'm trying to live." And I need to live. And what's more is that I got surgery to help me because I want to live. So, yeah. It's just so crazy to me to think that I have to be BMI appropriate to be loved or to find love, romantic love. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna play this here video game and then go celebrate my wonderful friend Ty Kristen's beautiful 30th birthday. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all next time.